Talk Nation week back at it, man. I hope y'all seen the Fight Hub interview with none other than Philly legend Bernard the Executioner Hopkins, man. He was speaking on the Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia upcoming fight. And he said some very interesting things, y'all. But the thing that stuck out the most was, and I was kind of surprised that Bernard said this, man. Bernard said, basically, Ryan Garcia is going to have to stop and prevent Gervonta Tank Davis from doing everything that he does. And for somebody like Bernard Hopkins to say that, I love you, King, but that's blasphemous. Ryan Garcia, I mean, that's like you saying that Ryan Garcia, his IQ is better than Gervonta Tank Davis. That's basically what Bernard was saying. Now, if he was saying that Ryan Garcia is going to have to be smarter than Tank Davis, it's something different. But you can't do that in one camp. Some abilities are natural and some things are learned through experience in the ring. And a lot of that experience is based upon your opposition. Now, Tank Davis, which is 25-0 with 26 knockouts, y'all, his last 5 fights compared to Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia, he stands at 23-0 with 19 knockouts. Now, Tank's last 5 fights is as follows: Hector Luis Garcia, Rolly Romero, Isaac Cruz, Mario Barrios, and Leo Santa Cruz, opposed to Ryan Garcia's last 5 fights, which was Javier Fortuna, Emmanuel Tago, Luke Campbell, Francisco Fonseca, and Romero Duno. Now, Leo Santa Cruz alone is better than everybody that Ryan Garcia has fought in his last 5 fights. That's Leo alone. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me tell y'all something, man. A lot of people say the Tank is underrated. He's visualized as a knockout puncher, an explosive knockout puncher, and he is. But Gervonta Tank Davis has a very high boxing IQ. And a lot of times your competition, they bring certain elements out of your game. Now, out of those 5 fights, 1 fight, which is Isaac Cruz, we've seen some of those things when he fought Isaac Cruz. Because in that fight, the way that Isaac, I told y'all before, but like the way that Isaac Cruz, the way that he approaches and attacks his opponents, because he's an aggressive come-forward fighter, when he drops that head, you know what I mean? Sometimes like your punches be landing, you know what I mean, be coming off of Isaac Cruz's head, and that's how Tank hurt his hand. And when Tank hurt his hand, he still finished the fight. That fight went the distance, but Tank finished that fight with an injury. And he was only able to get out of that fight and avoid getting knocked out because Isaac Cruz is dynamite. He's an explosive puncher, just like Tank. If Isaac Cruz catch you with a shot, he can finish you. The only way that Tank got out of that fight is because he outboxed Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And Ryan Garcia, he avoided Isaac Cruz. Pitbull, they wanted that fight. And although Ryan Garcia has an explosive right hand, you know what I'm saying, that check hook is dangerous. With the kind of pressure that Isaac Cruz will put on Ryan Garcia, I said this, he would have wound up catching Ryan Garcia with a shot, because if Luke Campbell can catch Ryan Garcia with a shot and put him down, doesn't matter that he got back up. Isaac Cruz has more power than a Luke Campbell. He's more aggressive and dangerous than a Luke Campbell. If Isaac Cruz caught Ryan Garcia with a shot, especially if he'd have caught him on ropes or in the corner, Isaac Pitbull Cruz would have dismantled and destroyed Ryan Garcia, and he wouldn't have got back up. The fight would have been stopped, or he would have knocked Ryan Garcia out. Bernard Hopkins' comments in relation to Ryan Garcia, I mean, it's kind of biased. You would expect that. But at the same time, to say that he's going to have to stop everything that Tank does, I mean, that's crazy. It ain't no way that Ryan Garcia is going to be able to stop everything that Tank does and everything that Tank is going to do. Because keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't seen everything that Tank Davis is capable of. Now, we know going into that fight that Ryan Garcia is going to do some things differently. And we also know going into that fight, Tank Davis is going to do some things differently. The question is not only who has the better game plan, but the question is who's going to get caught first and will they survive? If Tank Davis can take Ryan Garcia's best shot and survive, Ryan Garcia is in trouble. I'm not saying Tank is going to walk him down, because that may not be smart. Even if you could take the first shot, who knows? The second shot may land differently, different angle, and different punch placement, body shot, whatever. I mean, could hurt you differently, excuse me. And Ryan Garcia, I mean, he is fast enough. He can't put some punches together and possibly get taken out of there. But if Ryan Garcia, if he can take Tank Davis' best shot and walk away from it or get up from it, just like he did with the Campbell fight, then I'm not going to say Tank Davis is in trouble. But for Tank Davis looking for that one-shot knockout, that's out the window. And for Tank Davis, that's not a bad thing because Tank can box. Tank has no problem with going 12 rounds. He comes to the fight in great shape. And I believe both of these guys, although Ryan Garcia has been complaining about the weight, which you signed a contract for, nobody made you do that. Now, the catch weight in this fight is 136, and that's not too bad. See, Ryan Garcia, I mean, he's posting pictures, man, in camp, you know what I mean? Shredded, in great shape. So if you're feeling good, if you're looking good, why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? But we're going to move on. Both of these competitors coming into this fight in super explosive conditioning. But physically is one thing, mentally is something else. Because if Ryan Garcia, if he gets hurt in this fight, and if he gets hurt in this fight, he's going to be hurt like he's never been hurt before. Can he mentally overcome that obstacle? The Luke Campbell knockdown was kind of like a flash situation. But if he gets hit by Tank Davis, I guarantee you that's not going to be a flash knockdown. He's going to be sat down. He's going to have to go to a knee, pick himself back up, roll stumbling and everything. You see him did Rolly when he caught Rolly with that shot. You know what I'm saying? Legs, instant jello pudding. You know what I mean? Can Ryan Garcia bounce back from a shot like that? And even if he does, ref, clean your gloves off, go. Let's get back at it. Ryan Garcia has to, especially if it's time left in the round, Ryan Garcia is going to have to fend off Tank Davis. Is he slick enough? Is he sharp enough in order to do, especially when you're trying to recover? It's one thing when you're fresh, your legs are fresh and they're underneath you. But when you're hurt and you're trying to reestablish your focus, you're trying to get your legs back under you, you're trying to get grounded again. Does Ryan Garcia have that dog in him? Does he have that intestinal fortitude that can get him through a situation like that? Because I believe in this fight, he's going to be put on that stage, the stage of hurt, the stage of pain, the stage of doubt. Because if he gets hurt like that, you're going to question yourself. It doesn't matter what Goosen says or puts in your head, the encouragement that he gives you once you go to the corner. As a fighter, you have to disseminate everything that's going on around you. You have to, you know what I mean, quiet all that noise and dig deep, dig real deep, and find out who you are. Shout out to Tank Davis, man. Like he said, like I mean, we're going to see who's real in this fight. Because a lot of people do talk. Both of these guys have been talking. But fight night is when everything is not only realized, you know what I mean, all the smoke and mirrors disappear. You know what I mean? Like, so who you say you are, you're going to have to prove that. Just like recently with the Benavidez and Caleb Plant situation, all the talking, once everything was said and done and these two guys fought, you know what I mean, which was a good fight, we're going to see whose talk is cheap or is everything legit. Because if everything is legit between Tank and Ryan, it's going to be a great fight, no matter who wins. But even if this fight goes the distance, somebody is still going to get hurt. I can't see both of these guys going the full distance of the fight and neither one getting hurt. I think everybody will be blown away and surprised if both of these guys go the distance and nobody gets hurt at some point in the fight. Naturally, you have to say Tank is going to be the one dishing out the pain. But respectfully, you know what I'm saying, to Ryan Garcia's credit, he has the ability and he's capable of also hurting Tank Davis. He has speed, he has power, but he's not as vicious as Tank. And that viciousness is what sets these two guys apart. You know what I mean? Like that viciousness, that's what you need to not only finish your opponent, but to really dig deep and really hurt your opponent. And once you hurt your opponent, get him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like a Terence Crawford, like a Jerron Ennis, like a Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? Or even a Benavidez for that matter. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have not only have the ability, but you gotta have that grit and that will to want to hurt your opponent and get them up out of there. And we're going to see if Ryan Garcia has that ability when these two guys clash on Fight Night. Talk Nature, stand up as your boy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You already know how I play. Share the truth. Who y'all got, man? Put your thoughts, put your feelings, put your hearts in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Be honest. Don't be biased. Be honest. Both of these guys got a shot, but only one will.